G'day guys, Ron here from Oz1 Digital Marketing. Today I'm going to review Page Optimizer Pro's AI tool. Now Page Optimizer Pro has released an AI feature saying that this can write your articles, it can write your content, it's going to give you a wicked score on pop, and it's also going to give you great content. I'll be the judge of that. I want to put it to the test to see if it's worthwhile because guys, it's costing like $4 an article. Now, that's great if it produces something that I can give to a client and they're like, damn, Ronnie, that looks good. But if I give them a little bit of trash, like some of the AI producers, it's not worth $4. So we're going to have a look at that to see if it's worth it. We'll see how much it actually costs per article. We'll have a look at the credit system that they've got going on because that's a little bit, I'm not happy with it. I'll be completely honest and upfront because it's how I like being in my videos. I'm not too pleased with how they've set up the structure of this new credit because you are losing out a lot of reports. Now, yes, okay, times are changing, things are getting more expensive. That's fine, but to be removed out of the results and the amount of pages that we used to run, not too pleased with that. So we'll actually see how good this content is. If it was worth us losing out like 20 reports that we used to pay for, let's see. Let's put it to the test. So first things first, I'm going to look at something that's service-based, and I'm also going, so a Webcopy page, and then I'm also going to create an informational page. I'll create two, so we can really get a look to see how good this thing is. Let's test it out. So first things first, going to create a project, as you can see, Google too. That's yeah, it's just I can't obviously show my money sites, guys. So I'm going to also use these pages and to see if they do rank. So roofing company Coral Ridge is what we're going after. That's going to be the web copy page that we make. So let's go Coral Ridge Country Club. Yeah, why not? Let's roll with that. So as you can see, the way Page Optimizer Pro is now working is using, which I'm not a fan of, is a credit system. So you just get a bunch of credits for what you paid for, and then it costs you credits. Now, the problem I have here is that I have 60 reports a month with Pop. That's what I used to pay for and have. Now, that was enough to get us by because normally we'll only put in money content, things that we really want to do well. Otherwise, we'll use like Neuron Writer phrase for the other stuff. Now, if I run Eat, I actually, instead of getting 60 reports, I get 40. And I'd always run Eat. So I think that's a negative move on Page Optimizer Pro's behalf because Page Optimizer Pro have caused me to lose out on 20 reports a month now. And I don't really think that's fair. 5, costs are going up, 5 maybe reports to be losing out on. Yeah, that's okay. Costs are going up. But when you've been with them for a while, and that sort of happens, I'm not a fan of that. So just be aware of that, guys. If you are looking at this, it is starting to get more pricey, like a lot of the tools out there. So just FYI. Now, I'm not going to run an Eat because I don't want to lose more credits. Now, we're going to give this a name here. Show Advanced. I have not built this page yet, so I'm going to run this through. Now, I'm going to obviously cut out all the waiting time, guys, so it's just going to be jumping through things. So every point, I'll just cut that out, and we'll go to the next stage. All right, so that report's complete. Now, what you want to do is let's go into Open Report. Now, when you're looking at using the Page Optimizer Pro AI, you'll see this button right here, okay? AI Writer. So click on the AI Writer. Now, this is going to do everything for you. So it'll produce everything you need. It'll create the headers. It'll do all of this. So as you can see, blah, 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 it's content, blah, blah, blah. Pop trying to get a score of 70. Yeah, let's see. Let's see. So what you need to do, first things first, is hit start. Now, it's going to have a look at our credits, see how many credits we've got. Yeah, all right, cool bananas. We want to go for the target word count. So see, if I went current word count, saying that's going to cost me no credits. But if I go for the target word count, it's saying it's going to cost me at least 8 credits. It's a fair bit. So what do I look at that and what does that translate into dollars value? Well, it costs me like, I think it's $900 a year or whatever it is for the agency plan I believe I'm on. That gives me 120 credits. So yeah, it's expensive. Like when you think about it like that, it's like $10 an article. That's a lot of money. So let's say I want to generate my search engine titles pages separately, not recommended. Okay, well, I don't want to do that. So next. So, all right, use page title as is. Do not generate a new page with AI. No, I want to generate everything I want to do. I want to generate all of this with Pop. So like I said, during the lag times, guys, I will just jump in between things. I'm obviously not going to make you sit here and wait for it to generate a piece of content. So each thing will just jump through. So as you can see here, that's generated a new piece of content. So what we need to do is just next again. So it's a pretty straightforward process. Everything's just next. But the thing that I'm not a massive fan of, like me personally, that I'm not a massive fan of, is it's like the search engine title. If you remove that, if I was to remove title, right, that's going to drop that score way down, at least 15 points, at least. So I don't know if it's great that they have that set up there. So use my H2s as inspiration. Use my H2s to not generate. Use my competitor's H2 for AI inspiration. Yep, use like we want to use mine and but I don't have any. So use my competitor's H2s for AI inspiration. So let's do that. Generate. So now we'll generate all of the subheadings. So the H2s, H3s, all of that should be set up in here. Now, my thoughts on this, like I said, back to the page title with Page Optimizer Pro's AI thing. I don't know, guys. I feel that that's a little bit cheeky creating the title as well, because it's already just H1 and the title has given us a score of 42. That's, is that a good thing? Maybe, maybe not. So as you can see here, it's generated all of these headings here. Now I'm going to show you, like if you've watched my traditional Page Optimizer Pro review and tutorial, you will see that in that video, I go through the page sections, what I look at, how I use it, how I've been able to rank for some crazy keywords using great effective on-page optimization with Pop. But is this going to be the same? So you can see it's generated the stuff there. Let's go next. All right, now we need it to generate all of the text. So let's generate all of it. All right, guys, so it has completed the text. So now here it all is. Here's absolutely everything that we're looking at. All right, so why don't we check it all? Check your work score. Let's see what it goes to. That's interesting. So it's gone to a score of 50. That can't be right. That's very interesting. Check your work. Okay. Whew. I was going to say, if it wasn't, if that happens to you, don't click the check your work up here. Check your work down the bottom here. Now it's saying it's giving me a score of 100. So let's actually have a look at that score and let's rip it apart. Are all the NLPs being mentioned? Springs roof, roofing coral, not used. Commercial roofing, you think commercial roofing should be in there? Definitely, definitely. So that's not used. General contractor, yeah, that'd be an NLP. Country, FL for Florida, abbreviations for Florida. Home, LLC, tornado. Guys, there's some pretty important sort of keywords that are tying into a report that you would assume you would want to write for a roofing company. All right, construction's not even used. So roofers is well over optimized at 17. It says the target range is 2 to 3. So this is saying that it's been used 17 times compared to the target range. Roofing, well over 36 is the usage, and then it's saying the maximum should be 28. Business, thankfully that's all right. Services, 21, says it should be used maximum 11 times. Roof was used 44 times, and the maximum is 29. What are my thoughts of this report? It's not great. Like, that's not great. To me, that is not great at all. So let's have a look at the review. So we'll have a look at the content now. So we've had a look at the output. To me, that's over optimized. Like that does not look good to me. Okay, the score might be 100, but the reason I rank things well is because I take a general approach to stuff. what would actually matters? Well, mentioning the word ridge would be important in roofing. Mentioning the word construction would also be important. We've got NLPs in here that are not even being utilized that directly correlate, like commercial roofing. If you're creating a roofing company page, you should talk about residential and commercial, and that's not doing that. So far, okay, it might say 100 up here, but do I like the content? Well, let's read what it has to say and let's see. Now, this is obviously going to be a little bit challenging for people to read because obviously it's a text document, but here you go. Here's some of it. So let's just read a paragraph. Finding the best roofing company in Coral Ridge, Florida can be a daunting task, especially if you're not sure what you are looking for in a professional roofer. Fear not, we've got your back. With this guide, we'll provide you with some helpful tips to ensure you find the best roofing company in Miami for your roofing needs. That's, guys, that's the first sentence, first two sentences. What are you talking about best roofers in Miami for? Talking about Coral Ridge. It's up Fort Lauderdale way. I don't know. So if you think about it like that, that's the first two sentences. And guys, like, I'm leaving this up here. You pause the video right now and read this stuff if you want. Can I give that to a client? Now, the only reason it could be showing Miami is because I believe the thing was selected to Coral Ridge Country Club, which I believe is down Miami way, but there's a lot of references to Miami. And from memory, I don't think that there was it's not talking about, there is no, okay, Miami needed to be used once. And now sometimes that will happen. You'll have to sprinkle some stuff in there. So it's gone well over the top with Miami as well. So what's my thoughts on the content output? That's not good. And as you can see, even down here, I've just seen Fort Lauderdale down here. So if you're in need of emergency roof repair and damage assessment services in the Fort Lauderdale area. So obviously, and you can see Fort Lauderdale is being talked about down here. So Fort Lauderdale must be sprinkled throughout the content. Guys, if I was to give that piece of content to an actual client, they're not going to be happy. So it's not client-worthy content. That just cost me like $10. That's not client-worthy content. Now, might it rank? Because, you've got other things out there that you can be like, well, if it gives you a pretty good score, it might be able to rank well. But I'm going to be completely honest, and something I stress on this channel, as you know, if you do what millions of other people are doing, expect the results of what millions of other people do. There's a reason why SEO will work if you put in the hard work and you actually go through, you analyze what's important. Google's giving you a script of, hey, this works, guys, do this, and I'll rank you up the top. So if you use Page Optimizer Pro effectively and you look at what needs to be done and you put in the hard yards to create something nice, you will rank. It's just that simple. You'll rank. Go look at my website if you don't believe me. It's ranking for all these crazy, difficult terms, and there's not even backlinks going to some of the pages. It's just because the on-page is just on point. And that's what you can do with effective on-page. I don't like this. So for me, a web page copy, big fail from Page Optimizer Pro. Now let's look at the informational content. So the keyword that I'm going to use here is best massage for couples. That's the keyword that we're going to use. All right, so let's go back into our profile here and let's do all the same stuff. So I'll create the page, go through, we'll have a look at it. Same thing, but this is informational content now. So we want it to be informational. The other thing was talking about a guide. We don't want a guide. We wanted web copy. Now it's AI. It's going to get confused. Fair enough. But let's change this to Australia. Let's just change it to, let's just leave it as Australia. So we'll analyze the NLP, definitely. Let's create the name of the page and go, I have not built this page. Let's go next. So now this is going to run through and we're going to do the exact same stuff. So we'll have a look and we'll analyze that as well. So we'll actually be able to see how Page Optimizer Pro's AI tool actually goes with informational based content. All right, so we're at the informational content that's been created. So same thing, when you're creating a Page Optimizer Pro AI writer, when you're using that, all you need to do is AI writer, bang. Let's do it. Let's see how good it is with informational content, because I'm not pleased with the other stuff. And that's my brutal opinion. Now, target word count, let's have a look. Again, 8 credits. So I just had a quick look at the credits and the prices, and I'll have a look at the prices and explain the prices later, but you're looking around at least $5. We want to use our competitors. So again, like 42 guys. I think that's a bit dramatic. I do. You know me, I'm not going to hold back my opinion. I think that that's not great that they utilize the title. It's giving you a wonky number. It's giving you a real wonky number in my personal opinion. I think that this could be good, but they really, really need to work on their prompts. The prompts are not good, and it's pulling in information that, like that one used before with talking about Miami. Like, okay, maybe because the geo thing was set to Miami, but it mentioned Miami right up the top. I assure you, if I give that to my client from Fort Lauderdale, they're going to sit there and be like, Ron, Coral Ridge is in Fort Lauderdale. It's out of Broward. Why Broward County? Why are we talking about in Miami? Like, isn't that what the Miami page is for, mate? And what's that going to do to a SERP? Twist it all up. That's why it said use Miami once. All right, next thing. Okay, that's only 1 H2 we've got going on. All right, fair enough. So paragraph text. Generate the paragraph. Let's see how that goes. All right, the informational content has been completed. Let's check the work. Let's see the score we get. And drum roll, please. 93.59. All right. It's a little bit light. Let's read and review the content. Let's see what the Page Optimizer Pro AI results are. All right, let's have a look. Relax. So this is a H2. Relax day and luxury couples massage. Top packages and benefits. Okay. Top massages for couples. All right. This is interesting. Relax day. That's not off to a great start. Hey, we all use things that are a little bit funny to get better scores, but we hide it. If you're looking for the best massage experience for you and your partner, then a luxury couples massage is a way to go. There is no better way to unwind and relax with a couples massage at a top-notch day spa. You'll both benefit from the ultimate relaxation and tension relief. This is a fantastic choice for couples looking to relax and bond with one another. Mantra Spa is one place where you can experience this luxury, while other spas in Melbourne and Sydney offer similar services that cater to couples. Okay, so it's all right. It's obviously pulled in maybe a competitor, and we don't really want that. This is meant to be informational. If you look at it, it's like the best, best massage for couples. You know, like, okay, we could have put a guide on there to make it a little bit easier, but hey, I'm paying $5 for this article, so let's see what else it produces. So what exactly is a couples massage? It's exactly what it sounds like. A massage treatment for 2 people at the same time in the same room. Now, this is actually a little bit better. You know what I mean? It's actually not too bad. But what do we think when it comes to the actual optimization, right? So how is it going when it comes to the additional points? Like, if we have a look at this here, let's look at the NLP stuff first. A lot of it's over-optimized. The purple means over-optimized. So it's over-optimized there on a lot of things. Massage foot, that's not in there. Book couples, that probably should be in there. Design choice, that doesn't need to be in there. But it's really hit on the grouping. Here we go. The grouping up the top there, guys, that's what actually matters. And a lot of it is actually green. So I'm happy with that. So maybe, just maybe, this will work better for you if you have informational based content. So it might actually work a bit better. But I don't know. If I was to present that to the client, I'm obviously going to have to remove competitors. So let me see if that company, Mantra Spa, yeah, so they're in there, Mantra Spa is in there. So it's definitely pulling in that information. It's pulling in stuff. Not really. And like I said, the good thing is with some other AI tools, we get to create better prompts. With this, it's approaching the whole surfer, one keyword sort of style. Do I think the output's quite good? It's a lot better with the informational stuff than it was with the web copy. That was horrendous, the web copy. I could never present that to a client, Could I rank for it? Yeah, I might be able to, but I actually don't think I would, because there's a lot of references to a different geographical location. And the SERP knows that. Google's only getting better and better. So they would be able to, me as a guy who ranks these pages really well, I'm not going to like that. I'm going to be ripping out. I'll throw Miami in there because it's an NLP. Yeah, I'll use it once, buried in there somewhere. So whether it be Miami to Fort Lauderdale, we're the best roofing company. That's how I'd be structuring it. Not Miami, we're the best in Miami in this when I'm trying to get Coral Ridge to pop for us. That's the SERP that I want to go after, the one displaying stuff for Coral Ridge. That's something to consider. My final thoughts, the pricing of the Page Optimizer Pro AI, I think it's $5, guys. That to me is a bit rich. I don't think, like if you look at it, I'm paying, honestly don't know anymore, but it used to be, I know it's around about the $600 to $800 mark, something like that in there. I get 120 credits a month. I bought some more credits because sometimes we do expire. Sometimes we just run out of credits. So I need some more. And like to be 8 both times for that, let's just say it's a minimum of $4 or $5. It's a little bit steep, I think. It's a little bit steep. Now we saw how quick it was, or you didn't really see how quick it was because obviously I'm cutting down this video. And this is more of a thoughts and opinions review of the Page Optimizer Pro AI video. My honest opinion is it's not there yet. Now, could you use this to then, could I use that information, go in there, edit myself and do it all? Like, yeah, I could. But already my team has such a good system and structure for pumping out articles that hit great scores, that rank well. And it's honestly like, okay, it takes a little bit longer. But if you're going to be doing all of this anyway with human intervention, it's just not there. If you're going to sell me the solution of a one button thing, I want it to be one button. I want to enter my target keyword and that is it. No more. Unfortunately, Page Optimizer Pro AI Writer is just not there for me. It's good for trying to pump out some pages, but again, I think it's still on the expensive side. I think it's too expensive. Why would you want to pay so much for an AI tool? You go and use ChatGPT, costs you $20 a month, and you can have awesome articles that are pretty well optimized. Use ZimWriter. It's better than this. It reads a lot better than this. And I even have a video on showing you how I rank #1 for carpet cleaning SEO just using Page Optimizer Pro and ZimWriter. I rank #1 for that. Now, if I was to use this, it's not going to rank #1. It might rank down the bottom of page 1, but the user signals, people are going to come on here and go, what is this horrendousness? And jump off. So what's the point? You've always got to think about what's the point towards your client. Page Optimizer Pro AI Writer is just not there in my opinion yet. It's great concept. It's a great concept, and Kyle and his team will need to do more work on it. I think it's a little bit too pricey. I do think that that's a major downfall of this tool. I'm not overly pleased that this new integration has resulted in a lot of existing users being, unfortunately losing a lot of credits. That does have me a little bit dirty. Now, when it comes to the AI, will I be using it? I'm going to try these 2 articles like I promised, and I'll give an update in a short, but I just don't think it's there yet. Now, if you've enjoyed this, make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll see you around for more reviews and updates on AI tools, AI systems, and SEO. Cheers, guys.